That's a pretty good shot, old boy. I have to tell you, this might be the end of Bond. James Bond. You know, I decided not to wear my armored jacket today. I must say I'm somewhat regretting that decision, old man. Whew. How long do you think I've got? 5 minutes? Less? I have to say I think one of your shots has nicked me right in the liver. Well, I have to tell you, I don't think I've been treating it terribly well, so I might be just as well that it's going to not be of use much longer. You know, you and I have known each other for a very, very long time. You remember the first time we encountered one another. It wasn't the first time you had encountered me, but it was the first time I had seen you. We were underground in a extinct volcano that you had repurposed for your own devices. What was it that you told me? I said that this was my second life, when you commented on the fact that I was supposed to be dead. And you said, "You only live twice, Mr. Bond." As I seem to recall, I destroyed your underground volcano, just as I thwarted many other of your plots. Blofeld. Ernst Blofeld. I was under the impression that you were dead, that I had taken my revenge for the death of my wife. I should have known it was one of your many duplicates that you had made of yourself. Expensive and extensive plastic surgery. Even giving each of one of your ridiculous white fluffy cats to throw off the trail of MI6 and myself. But here I find you, back where so much of this started, back in Jamaica. And in an underground layer too. How much did it cost you to build this underground layer? You know, Jamaica does not lend itself to underground construction. Was this a extinct cave that you deflooded over the course of years? It must have been fabulously expensive. Oh, and the architecture, really quite remarkable. The way you've integrated the natural structure into your... Are those... Did you use nanites? I thought their popularity went out in the 1990s, but I see you have made good use of them. Their ability to dissolve nearby materials and reconstruct it in a way that you so choose. Very ingenious. Sorry, I think one of my lungs is punctured and talking is becoming increasingly difficult. You will forgive me if I reminisce for a moment Blofeld. You will forgive me if I have one last chat with my oldest nemesis. What were you truly planning to achieve here? What could you possibly hope to accomplish? All of North America? You were going to let these nanites self-replicate and terraform all of North America? You realize that the millions, if not billion, of people that would be killed during that process. It would be the greatest genocide that has ever been wrought upon all of the world. Hitler, Stalin, all of them would pale in comparison to what your organization has done. But that's never been a concern for you, has it? You've always been concerned with power. And after the terraforming would complete, you would have new cities, new areas, new mineral deposits, new everything. You could literally program a new continent for your consumption. And while the rest of the world may abhor what you have done, you would be fortified and ready, and you would have your people to take over and run it. You would have the fortifications because the nanites would have also built for you weapons, I dare say, nuclear weapons as a deterrent, and one of the great superpowers, the United States, would be eradicated. And the threat of what you could do to the rest of the world, that would alone keep them in check. And these, what are these up here? Yes, they are nodules. And you would have these nodules flying continuously over the stratosphere. Anyone who refuses to comply with your wishes would receive a drop of a nanite bomb that would not only destroy their country, but expand your own territory. It would only take one to show that you are serious, and after you've killed the countless people of North America, it would show that you are more than willing to kill more. She told me everything, you know. Her assistant, she and I spent a long night together 2 nights ago. She was going to betray you. She was going to give up everything. And she would have if you hadn't killed her. Your assassin was very good. Very, very good. Not good enough for me not to kill him, but good enough that I was distracted long enough to allow you to fire my own Walther PPK that had dropped in the fight. I must say there is a certain irony in being killed by my own gun. The countless people that I have murdered with it. My 007 status giving me immunity to all of those killings. You know, Q always told me that my 00 status was a license to kill and not to be killed. He'll finally be proven right. What's that? Is there something wrong? Is there some kind of error going on? Oh, you haven't noticed that these nanites in the nodules up ahead are obeying my commands, almost as if they are obeying the commands of the pen that Q has put in here. I've been delaying you while they've been hacking through the system. I am a dead man, Blofeld, but none of your people will get out of here alive. I've programmed the nanites to destroy this entire complex. It will be a park once we're done and you are dead. Your molecules will be a perhaps tree that children will climb on, and no one will remember your name. All I have to do is to vigorously flick this pen to begin the process. I find it quite ironic. You see, not stirred, but shaken. Goodbye, Blofeld. Remember, it's Bond. James Bond. I hope you survived the nanites. Good show, old boy, good show. If you'd like to survive the rest of your life, you know, they say that doing good works actually helps you live longer. Besides subscribing to Roleplay Riot, why don't you support me on Patreon? I deeply appreciate it. And when you're watching that next video, you can suggest one for me. Perhaps I'll make my next video just for you.